talking about it, but he lost. Split decision on his own. I ain't here to talk about the fight because I ain't see the fight. But he did fight. I think the dude was like 6 foot, whatever. Conwell is one of 2 black fighters that I know on Golden Boy. Him and Kenneth Sims. Shout out to Kenneth Sims. I interviewed him in Vegas when he upset Alves Rodriguez. Pop's family, real good people. Shout out to Chicago. Charles Conwell, I believe they said he was born in Detroit, but he came up in Cleveland. And, a lot of people was pointing out the fact in the Discord that Oscar De La Hoya kept him away from Virgil Ortiz. It's similar to what he said about Rashidi Ellis. And y'all just got to understand, as black fighters, look how he's done black people associated with Golden Boy. Look how they outed Shane. Shane had, been with the company, worked with the company. He supported Ryan Garcia after his paid usage. And then Ryan Garcia and Oscar turned on him. But you can go a little bit further back. You go further back than that, De La Hoya is from East LA. And you know what they say about Mexicans or people from East LA, they don't like black people. So we could talk about how Jamel Charlo complained about broken promises from De La Hoya, how he wrote his own release from Golden Boy. We could talk about how they doing Kenneth Sims, a guy that just had fought Akadamadev in a really good fight, signed with Golden Boy, and we ain't heard from him since. I know he got injured before his last fight. And now they set up Conwell to lose. And that better be your best offer or your only offer to sign with Golden Boy. Oh, they got Kid Austin. And look what they doing with his career. Absolutely nothing. I don't understand why black people still sign with Golden Boy unless it's their only option. Their motive isn't to enhance your career. Their motive is to stop you, is to oppress you. Let me sign you and oppress you. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to that about De La Hoya. Don't forget about the racist email. Now I ain't saying a guy like Al Heyman don't deserve some of the backlash he got for how he did De La Hoya. But, first thing out of anger, you bring up racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. See, a lot of these dudes can be cool with, Stephen Kim after what he said, and I don't play that shit. All them racists, they flock together. And that's how I feel. Not saying that Stephen Kim isn't insightful and we don't agree on certain things. It's kind of like with Trump. Like anything, like people can't separate honesty and what's right and what align with your values from the person. So a lot of people, for example, they whatever Trump say, they hate it. Even if they agree with it, they hate it. That's being emotional, that's being irrational, and that's why a lot of people don't advance in life. Sometimes you gotta dance with the wolves. Yeah, it's just what it is. As a sheep, you gotta expect to get bit, or expect the bite to come, but you gotta dance with the wolves to get where you gotta go at. People can't separate their emotions, how they feel about a person, and that's why a lot of people don't end up being successful in life, not just in the business world. That's why. If you're gonna have a business, you're gonna have to work with people that you hate, but you gotta leave the hate at the doorstep. You gotta leave your emotions at the doorstep. But box promoters have too much power and autonomy over your career. And time again, he's been elongating these dudes' careers out, not feeding them the proper fights, not putting them on the proper stages to get the shine. Do y'all think that's not by design? Think about it. I've seen Kid Austin Daddy talk before I seen the boy fight. I never seen the boy fight live. I did a film study on the Patreon. I never seen him fight live. I heard the daddy talk before I seen the boy fight. Come on. Charles Conwell. I ain't never seen him fight live on Golden Boy card. What's the point of signing with the Golden Boy? They got to deal with the zone in a partnership with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and we ain't seen one of the more talented fighters. Come on, y'all gotta get your mind right, bro. Even if you gotta take less to get to where you gotta get to, but no black fighter should sign to Golden Boy. And as a fighter in Oscar De La Hoya, as a guy who's covering up for Ryan Garcia for doing pins, I understand he's a promoter. I get it. But for a guy that was a victim to fighting a guy that had performance-enhancing drugs in his ass, and Shane Mosley, knowingly or not unknowingly, you would think Oscar De La Hoya would be an advocate for cleaning up the sport, but they're not. They're an advocate for exploiting fighters, for chewing fighters up and spitting them out. That's what they do. And he don't even exploit black fighters. He doesn't. He doesn't exploit black fighters. He simply signs you guys to keep you in the basement. I'm trapped in the closet. He signs y'all to trap y'all to the closet. Don't forget they matchbreaker. He ain't their matchbreaker no more. Roberto Ortiz, he said some racist shit. And I think Dante checked him about it. Shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. He checked him about it. And y'all be looking at it and you know, y'all want to do business with these people? Be real. You want to do business with these people? Not once did he condemn Ryan Garcia for the racist shit he said about black people, because that's how they roll. You had that lady in California, Indian lady, that said those racial things to that lady in the parking lot. She kept calling her the N with the ER. Found out she was a nurse. This is how these people feel. A lot, not all of them, but this is how a lot of these people feel. So in certain situations, you have to do business with these people. I understand that. But the proof's in the pudding. If you have other options, it's probably best to use your other options. Even if you take the long road to get to where you need to get to, which ultimately the route or the goal is to get a promoter to get to a title fight. That's the ultimate goal, get you to a title fight. Why not take the long road, get to the title fight, rather than take to the no road and never get to a title fight? It's like you wearing a performance running shoe, Nike, right? And you got to run a marathon in these Nike. Let's say you're running a 5K marathon. You know, yeah, the brand is good, but the type of shoe that you bought is trash. You get to 2K and it's ripping up. Versus you go to Walmart, you get a pair of running shoes, you run the 5K and the shoe hold up, and your feet feel good. Which one you gonna choose? So the brand is always not the key. I'll say it again. The brand is not always the key. It's not. So, but yeah, he did it to Rashidi Ellis. Make it seem like Rashidi Ellis was a bad fighter, or he was turning down deals, and his career is his fault. Kept him inactive, probably offered them fights that they shouldn't have wanted to take. All that, it's the same play. It's the same play. So these brothers got to beware, man. Not only are their actions matching their words, and their words are matching their actions about black people, it is what it is. It's crazy. Destroying careers. That's what they're doing. At least you can say about Eddie Hearn, yes, he exploiting American fighters to get to where you got to get to, but he gonna put you in position to be successful. You just got to be successful. And if you're not successful, like Devin Haney and versus Ryan Garcia, like Danny Jacobs, he gonna chew you and spit you out. And cool, that's fine. Because when he done with Anthony Joshua, he gonna spit him out too. And Joshua gonna be complaining about how he finessed him out the bag. We know it. That's just the game. But to sign to a person that's going to destroy your career, that never had the smile in your face, and we gonna do you right. We gonna get you in position, and we gonna put okay. A guy that's been accused of stealing money from people like Canelo or Marquez, think he won't steal from your black ass? Let's keep it real. Bob Brown might say some shady shit, but he give all his fighters an opportunity. He give you opportunity. Can't say he don't. Whether it was Shakur, whether it was talking bad about Terrence, he had buku opportunities. Oscar De La Hoya signed y'all black asses to stop y'all black asses. Don't forget it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, find me everywhere. Peace.